Okay, hi everyone, it's Karen here from Maiden Secret. I just thought I would show you the process of making my labels. Obviously not designing them because that is very time consuming, but these are all of my labels that I have on my for my website and my products. They're all here, and we're just going to choose what I want is my little Eden logo product labels. And there's lots of different, when you're seeing the same thing over and over again, it's because there's lots of different sizes of each label. So one day I will be able to hopefully afford to get these done professionally. But that is my Eden product label, and that goes onto every slice of soap. Now I'm just going to print a sheet of them off and show you what they come out like. Then we're going to sticky tape them, and probably won't get round to cutting them out, but I just want to show you the process. So you can hear now my printer, it's got the paper in and it's just setting off to print. And then hopefully, sorry I'm scuffling, I've got the tripod on now so it's awkward to move it about. It's better for still, much better for still work. So it takes a little while for it to print them all because there are 18 stickers on this sheet. Have you seen any gypsy caravans or anything yet, John?
Yeah.
So it's Appleby Fair soon, next week I think, is it, John? And the programme Big Fat Gypsy Wedding was all centred around that show. So that starts next week. So we often have gypsy caravans going past our road end. So I'll just take you back over to here and show you that's another size I do, and that is another size that I do, and then these are the small product ones which obviously are double-sided sticky tape, and then I have to cut them all out. So also what I've started to do here, these are my product labels as well. So obviously one of those goes onto each product, and then it gets one of the little sticky labels put on as well. So I'm just going to show you the process of what I go through to make these. And I double-sided sticky tape them on the back. It'd be really great if I could find a roll of tape that wide. I'm sure there will be some out there somewhere. Now this tape I get from a shop called Stationery for Less. I always have done, but I've actually found the people that stock that shop. Now when you buy in wholesale, I don't know if everybody understands how wholesale works, but they always have a minimum order, and that is to stop, you know, the general public buying direct from big companies. So the company I've found that are doing this tape, your minimum order spend is £100, so you have to spend £100 to be able to get the tape for round about half the price that you would buy it in the shop. So obviously you need to be using quite a lot to make that worth your while. But luckily I have found the company that supply, and the way I did that was I always used to buy it from a shop in Keswick, and because I was closing and I actually live a long way away from there, I said to the lady, would she tell me where to get the tape direct, and that there's no way I'd be able to buy from her anymore because I live such a long way away. And luckily she did tell me. You'd hardly ever be able to walk in the shop and ask a question like that and they give you an answer, because they want you to buy it from them, don't they? But I was quite friendly with her, and luckily she did tell me. I did have to ask her on three different occasions, but the last time I asked, she wrote it down for me. So that's going to save me a bit of money and bring the cost of my labels down. Because I actually think, I've tried to work it out, and I think this labelling alone on my soaps cost me about 18 pence a piece, which is a lot of money. And if you can afford to get them printed professionally, you'll save money, but the outlay will be huge. I was told just to get a die cut at the printers, to cut the die cut is the cutter that cuts the label out. I would have to pay at least £50 just for the die cut for that size. Then I'd have to pay £50 for another one to cut that size, etc, etc. And then to make your labels affordable, they'll have a minimum order. Now that could be something like, I don't know, it could be 2,000 labels per soap, you know, for every single different one. So obviously it's going to cost a lot of money for the amount of different products I have. But I pray that I will be able to afford to do that one day.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the one.
So actually what I'll do before the video runs out is I'll just show you me cutting one out. You can see it, can't you?
This won't let us keep on computer. Right, great, spot on. Alright, thank you.
So every single label goes through this process.
It's so exciting!
Well, you get excited looking for cars and second-hand lawnmowers, don't you?
Not really.
Oh, you love it. You love looking for new cars. Men always disagree with everything, don't they? Oh, John, people were laughing at you putting that girl's voice on the other day, so thanks for doing it again. They love it.
Have you told them that's my normal voice?
No, I was trying to make believe your deep voice. Well, you haven't got a deep voice, have you? The other thing that always happens to us, it hasn't happened for a long time now, but years ago, people always, John's only 1 year younger than me. I know he looks very young, but people always mistook me for his mother. And when we were on honeymoon, how old were you when we got married? 30? 30? Something like that. And we went to the bar to get a drink, and John said, oh, can I have 2 beers? And the lady or the guy behind the counter says, have you got any ID on you? And John said, yeah, 2 beers, please. And I said, he asked you if you got any ID. And then another time, this is before I had Declan, I pulled up at my house and there was a lady outside and she says, I was talking to your son just a minute ago. And I said, my son? And she said, yeah. And I says, in that house there? And she said, yeah, it was in that house. I said, are you sure? And I said, I haven't got a son. I said, what did he look like? Did he? Because he had dark hair then. He's got grey hair now and no hair. And she said, yeah. I said, that is my husband. It's great when people think you look like your husband's mother. Well, I don't look like my husband's mother, but I get mistook for his mother. He loves it.
Quite an easy mistake, really.
Yeah, really easy. I'll show you a picture of his mother one of these days.
You keep my mother out of it.
Funny how they stick up for their mothers, but they never stick up for the wives, do they? So, there you go. That is the labour video. I'm going to stick all of these, sticky tape them up, and then I'm going to sit and cut them out. So, that's it. That's the routine for labels. I'll see you next time.
Make sure you go to the toilet because you'll be wetting yourself with the excitement over that one.
John, they like it. We all like watching each other's videos. You just keep out of it. Right, bye for now. See you next time.